My name is Matthew Fernandez, and my project was to choose 4 poems from famous Cuban poet Jose Marti and show how they relate to the 4 Beatitudes. The first poem I chose was Yo soy un hombre sincero, famously one of his most famous poems. The beatitude that goes with this poem is Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall see God. The general meaning of this beatitude is that people who work to make peace and help others get along are considered fortunate. It suggests that by promoting harmony and solving problems peacefully, people can experience a deeper understanding of important values. The idea is that those who pursue peace may feel a spiritual connection or a sense of fulfillment in their lives. Basically, it encourages kindness, forgiveness, and resolving conflicts peacefully to create positive relationship with others. This beatitude means a lot to me and impacts me in many ways because when I think of peace, I think of calm, positive, justice, fairness. And if it were up to me, I would want the whole world to live in peace and harmony. With peace, I want my community, my friends, and my relationships to revolve around in harmony. This poem is a great example of peace, which is Yo soy un hombre sincero, which translates to I'm a sincere man. The beatitude, Blessed are the peacemakers, reflects in many ways. Peacemakers are those who work towards resolving conflicts, promoting harmony, and seeking justice. Marti, through his writings and activism, wanted to unite people and promote a peaceful existence, both within his own society and beyond. The sincerity advocated in Marti's poem can be seen as peaceful. Marti's genuine communication and understanding, free from evil, contributes to building bridges between individuals and communities. By being sincere, individuals take in the qualities of peacemakers as they are in an environment of trust, empathy, and cooperation. In general, Marti's commitment to sincerity in Yo soy un hombre sincero aligns with the spirit of the beatitude of the peacemakers, because it both emphasize the importance of virtues in authenticity, justice, and harmony in creating a world where individuals are blessed through their efforts to promote genuine understanding and peaceful existence. For example, Marti spoke against the Spanish rule. In his poem, Marti openly declares his sincerity by linking himself to the natural environment of his homeland, which is Cuba. He rejects evilness and expresses a genuine desire to share the verses of his soul, which emphasize his commitment to honesty and self-expression. Through these examples, Marti conveys a message of openness and truthfulness in this poem. The next poem that I chose was Aquí está el pecho mujer. The beatitude that relates to this poem is Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. This beatitude means that people who go through sad or difficult times are considered fortunate. It is saying that even though they may be feeling sorrow, they will eventually find comfort and solace. The idea is that facing and dealing with grief can lead to a deeper connection with something spiritual or divine, bringing healing and a sense of peace. What this beatitude means to me is that when you mourn, that means that you have just lost a family member or a friend. If I were mourning for a relative, I would be mad at God, as well as questioning why my family member had died. This beatitude means that all the pain you're going through during this time will all be gone in heaven. This pain and anger you feel during mourning will go away once God comes. This poem relates to this beatitude because Marti is telling us about a woman who is ready for her hurt to their heart. So Marti suggests that their heart should be bigger so that the pain could be greater. Marti believes that the deeper emotional hurt, the more beautiful their expression becomes, like a song. This poem seems to show the idea that pain and heartbreak can inspire deeper and more artistic expression. It seems as if he is going to be in denial, anger, and sadness. This poem translates to, Here's a chest, woman. I already know you will wound it. It should be even bigger, so you could wound it more. Because I sense twisted soul, that in my miraculous chest, the deeper the wound, the more beautiful is my song. The next poem I chose was Cultivo una rosa blanca. The beatitude that goes along with this poem is Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. General meaning of this beatitude means that if you always got to show compassion and understanding to others, even when they make mistakes. Is that it's not just about being nice. It's saying when you're merciful to others, you're likely to get some kindness back when you need it. It's like a cycle of goodness. The more you give, the more you're likely to receive. So suggesting and being understanding and forgiving can make your life better in the long run. What this beatitude means to me is that I think of this beatitude as being nice and respecting others. I feel like it's almost a piece of advice that tells us being kind and forgiving is a good thing. For example, I show mercy to people who don't have a great understanding of things and mess up. Overall, just being nice and respecting others and expecting nothing in return. This poem translates to I cultivate in a white rose, in July as in January, for the sincere friend who gives me his honest hand, and for the cruel one who tears out the heart with which I live. Thistle nor thorn do I cultivate. I cultivate the white rose. This is a great example of this beatitude because the poem is kind of like saying, I grow a white rose for my true friends, the ones who are sincere and kind. But for those who are mean, I grow thorny plants. You see, he talks about how his nice friends grow a beautiful white rose, but who are mean and deceiving grows a thorn. White roses symbolize loyalty, purity, and innocence. Thorns symbolize sin, sorrow, and hardship. It's about being nice and sincere to good friends and not retaliating against those who are unkind. This idea of showing kindness and not being mean back connects with the saying, Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. So both the poem and the saying talk about how being kind and forgiving can make life better. The last poem I chose was Si ves un monte de espumas. The beatitude that relates to this poem are Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. The general meaning of this beatitude means that people who are humble, who don't let pride or things that are materialized control them, are considered fortunate. This beatitude is emphasizing that those who recognize their spiritual needs, rather than being overly focused on wealth or self-importance, will find a special connection with a higher purpose or a sense of fulfillment, often referred to as the kingdom of heaven. Basically, it values humility, recognizing that true richness comes from a humble and spiritual aware heart. This beatitude means to me that you can't always be negative. You can't mainly focus on pride or arrogance. You got to recognize a person's need for spiritual fulfillment. The kingdom of heaven might mean that if you find your fulfillment, peace, and harmony, your soul will be going there. But in order for that to happen, you can't be poor in spirit. This poem relates because it shares the theme of artistic richness. The Beatitude encourages humility and recognizing spiritual need, while the poem shows the beauty and depth of the poet's creation. Both emphasize different aspects of human experience, one focusing on artistic expression, the other on spiritual humility. The poem's descriptions and the Beatitude's call for humility together reflect diverse dimensions of life.